Next up, Afrox. It's is sub-Saharan Africa's market leader in gases and welding products. The company has a market cap of 8.1 billion rand, a PE of 11.4 and a dividend yield of 4.34%. So these guys selling gases,
yes.
Obviously pretty geared, also geared towards the South African economy. You know, it's welding for vehicle manufacture. It's supplying the hospitals with all their oxygen needs. It's the LPGs. So it's a lot to do with the strength of the South African economy.
Yeah, look, I mean, gases, welding and LPGs, the majority part of their business. Now, their latest set of results were actually reasonable. Margin looked decent.
Well, there was a trading update and the share price exploded. If you have a look at the share price graph, so obviously smashing expectations.
Yeah, look, and they, when you read what they said there, they were actually quite bullish. They actually make a nice margin on this business. I mean, the margin 20-odd%, which is a very, very good margin. The hospital medical gas business is a wonderful business. That is just, and they're one of the only suppliers into, or the biggest supplier into that market. And despite everything you read about the sort of, you know, the catastrophe in South African manufacturing, their volumes were actually up a little bit. So, so there's something happening out there that they're benefiting from. I mean, obviously, if we do get any big capital expenditure projects in the country, it's very, very positive for them. And it's very similar to the other companies on the explosive side. At least the mining side has stabilized and could in fact go up a little bit. I mean, they've tried a whole lot of things. They've got an Afrox online where you can order your kilogram of welding rods sent to your house. But I mean, the consumer side of the business is quite small. But the LPG side of the side is actually big into the consumer market. And clearly with the price of electricity now in South Africa, it's actually cheaper to use gas. And so that part of the business should do reasonably well.
Well, they're pretty competitive. And
there's lots of people.
They all get their canisters mixed up and lost, and then they lose the canisters because they get swapped.
Someone else's canister comes through. And you know, when you look at Afrox in relation to the South African economy, they certainly seem to have coped better with the very poor economic situation that South Africa in than a lot of other companies, because they are certainly, the welding part of the business is mainly geared to the South African economy.
So you're going to be hot or not on Afrox?
You know, surprisingly enough, I'll actually go hot in this. The last results were good. I mean, I know the share price has gone up, but 11 PE, you know, decent dividend yields. I mean, I wouldn't put it in the pension fund. I think it is more of a private client portfolio type of positioning. But yeah, I'll go.
And a couple of management reshuffles, and this current management seem to be getting things right. They started losing a bit of market share. It looks like they're gaining it back. I think I'm going to agree with you on a hot call and go hot on Afrox.